Billionaire Kanye West seen in streets homeless.
And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched to medication and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue, right?
Yeah.
The clone rumors about Kanye West are exploding online again, and it's getting wilder by the day. Clips are circulating of a man who looks just like Kanye, sitting on a random bench, scruffy and out of place, and people are swearing it's him. Same face, same frame, but a totally different vibe. And fans are freaking out asking, is that the real Ye gone missing, while a double or clone is out here running his public life?
Someone found the original Kanye West.
This isn't just some baseless conspiracy either. Kanye himself once spoke about how his so-called handler tried to pump him with heavy doses of lithium.
When I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here and it would have been, woe he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears you. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah.
The exact same drug Britney Spears was reportedly forced to take during her conservatorship. We all watched what that did to her. Sedated, robotic, controlled. When you start connecting these dots, it feels less like treatment and more like a weapon used to keep powerful stars in line. And then there's Harley Pasternak.
Vegas, my therapist sat me down in a room and said he had a million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I'd been on for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to.
Kanye's former trainer, who flat out threatened in messages that he could institutionalize, again, if he stepped out of line. This whole situation is sounding more like a Hollywood thriller than real life. Think about that for a second. It's shocking how fast everyone just let this whole situation slide. How can a personal trainer openly threaten one of the biggest stars on the planet and the media shrugs it off like it's business as usual? That's not normal. That's chilling. So the real question becomes, what's really happening to Kanye behind the scenes?
We gotta get the truth before we can get the love, or else we're just loving the lies.
What have you got to say to people that are trying to cancel you?
You can't cancel him.
I'm here. What are we talking about? We're here.
We're doing a big.
We ain't going nowhere, baby.
We've been here for years.
And if I ever went anywhere, we know why. You understand what I'm saying? So we here.
Even if that man on the bench isn't him, you can't ignore that today's Kanye doesn't move, act, or even speak like the Kanye from just a few years ago. And no, this isn't simply about his bipolar diagnosis. Something way deeper is at play here, and people are starting to notice. So let's really dig into these cloning rumors, because this is where things go from strange to downright insane. And just to be crystal clear, no one's saying Kanye's been literally cloned in a lab, but the talk online is that the real got drugged up and shut down after he started exposing the kind of topics you're not supposed to touch in Hollywood. This isn't just gossip anymore. It's a full-on mystery unraveling in real time. Now let's break down the timeline, because this is where things start feeling straight out of a thriller.
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. You understand what I'm saying? We are Jew. So cool out. Until you do your facts, until you really do the facts with the fake indoctrination that y'all pull into the schools and all that, you know what I'm saying? We're not following y'all rules.
Back in December 2022, Kanye literally told paparazzi, "If I disappear and come back, that won't be me." Chilling words, right? And just weeks later, he actually vanished for about 2 weeks. No sightings, no updates. Even his own friends reportedly couldn't reach him. The mainstream media even had to admit Kanye was missing, sparking wild speculation everywhere. Then out of nowhere, January 2023 hits, and Kanye suddenly reappears.
As for Ye,
Well, we haven't seen him really since all the anti-Semitic rants and all those interviews he was doing.
He's been kind of
hanging around with Nick Fuentes.
disappeared for a couple of weeks.
Really laid low. Well, he resurfaced in Beverly Hills. He was not solo, though. It's with a woman, a blonde woman, and that's all we can tell you about her because, one, we didn't get a really good look at her. There's one shot and there's another as they were walking into the Waldorf Astoria
In Beverly Hills?
in Beverly Hills, and
Holding hands?
they are holding hands. So don't know who she is, but he's finally back.
But this time with a mystery woman named Bianca that nobody had ever heard of before. And here's the kicker. Just days after surfacing, he announces they're married. The speed of it all stunned fans and critics alike, with people asking what really happened during those missing weeks.
Such as, especially but not exclusively, the myth about a world Jewish conspiracy or of Jews controlling the media, economy, government, or other societal institutions.
Isn't that what you said? That Jews run everything?
Yeah, but that actually is considered to be anti-Semitic.
Right.
So I didn't realize that it was anti-Semitic to say, hey, you know, I have a Jewish attorney, I have a Jewish record label, I have a Jewish contractor, I have a
Do you
Jewish...
regret your statements?
Or the statements you think you should be walking back? I mean, considering...
What do you mean walking back?
Well, you know, backing up off of them. I mean, the thing is, you've lost a lot of endorsements. People are dropping you. You're getting, you know, vilified. You know, I mean, you might think you're right, but I think, you know, there's a whole world out there that's condemning you for what you said.
Okay, so this right here is a chart of Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS News, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, Comedy Central, NBC Entertainment, Google, what else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook, Huffington Post, Yahoo, Marvel, Hulu, Cosmopolitan, Time, Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the executives that are Jewish at these companies.
Do you think they stuck together when they heard what you said? Was that what happened?
Well, what I said is, hey, you know, I've had experiences where it felt like I was being teamed up on, and I didn't realize that that term would be considered to be anti-Semitic. So I had a mediation with Adidas today, and I think Adidas felt like because everyone else was ganging up on me that they had the right to just take my designs.
The timing of this disappearance and return raised serious eyebrows because it came right after Kanye got blacklisted in Hollywood and claimed he was being threatened for exposing the people he says are really running the entertainment industry. This isn't just coincidence, it's a timeline full of red flags. As soon as Kanye stepped back into the public eye, fans couldn't stop whispering about how different he looked. And it wasn't just about his face, his whole energy shifted. Suddenly, his behavior felt off, more erratic, more scattered, almost like a completely different person wearing the same skin.
On your honeymoon, guys. All right. I just want to congratulate on your honeymoon. Yeah, but I'm in the alley.
No, listen, bro.
Yeah.
It's like antagonistic.
I just need this one shot, please.
No, you got the shot, but I'm saying
It was not good, but I respect you.
it's like, that's my thing. It's like, you don't even know. I just jump up on people like this, and it's just like...
I apologize if I caused you trouble, and you told me to stop, and I stopped.
Remember late 2022 when Kanye was out here exposing how celebrities get controlled? He was speaking to paparazzi nearly every single day, sounding sharp, focused, and totally himself. Love him or hate him, that's not the point. He could explain his arguments clearly and even stayed super respectful with the paparazzi while doing it. But after the blacklisting, the threats, and those 2 mysterious weeks when he vanished, something flipped.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me. And they when I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
They would have Michael Jackson.
or worse, yeah. But so look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now. You can see.
The Kanye who came back wasn't the Kanye we'd seen before. Suddenly he's spiraling, going on unhinged rants that barely make sense, lashing out at the same photographers he once calmly debated. The difference was so drastic, it had people questioning if we were even looking at the same man. There's a clip of his first encounter with paparazzi after reappearing with Bianca, and the contrast is shocking. He's paranoid, aggressive, shutting down every question, a complete reversal from December 2022's Kanye before the disappearance. That's not just a mood swing, that's a transformation you can feel through the screen. And now, let's dive into the lithium angle, because this is where things start to feel chillingly real. Kanye himself claimed that his so-called handler tried to slam him with a dangerously high dose of lithium. And if you know anything about lithium, you know this isn't some harmless vitamin. It dulls emotions, clouds thinking, and makes a person easier to control. That's exactly why people are drawing chilling parallels between Kanye and Britney Spears. Britney has openly said she was forced onto lithium during her conservatorship, and she revealed it messed her up so badly she couldn't even hold a normal conversation. Her own words painted the picture of someone stripped of clarity and independence.
But he put me on that and I felt drunk. I really couldn't even take up for myself. I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything. I told them I was scared, and my doctor had me on 6 different nurses with this new medication come to my home, stay with me, to monitor me on this new medication, which I never wanted to be on to begin with. There were 6 different nurses in my homes, and they wouldn't let me get in my car to go anywhere for a month. Not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, my dad was all for it. Anything that happened to me had to be approved by my dad.
Now look at this pattern. Both Kanye and Britney spoke out, both were hit with lithium, and both spiraled in ways the public had never seen before. It makes you wonder, are we really looking at medical treatment for bipolar symptoms? Or is there something much darker and more deliberate at play? Because the coincidences are stacking up way too neatly. And speaking of handlers, there's no skipping over the Harley Pasternak situation. This man literally threatened Kanye, saying he could send him back to zombie land, and yet the world just brushed it off like it was nothing. How does that not set off alarms everywhere? That wasn't just gossip. That was a documented threat coming straight from someone inside Kanye's own circle.
First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact. And that's some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me.
And the fact that it was dropped so casually in a text speaks volumes about how these behind-the-scenes systems really operate. But hold on, it gets even more shocking. Fans started digging into Harley Pasternak's background, and what they uncovered is jaw-dropping. Turns out, Harley didn't just pop up out of nowhere as a celebrity trainer. He once worked for the Canadian government, and not at some random desk job either. He was stationed at a military facility doing research into psychological operations meant to influence human behavior. That's a resume straight out of a spy movie. One user on X even pointed out that Harley trained multiple celebrities who reportedly had mental breakdowns or even died under suspicious circumstances. Names like Mac Miller and Brittany Murphy got thrown into the mix. The pattern had people's jaws on the floor. And if that's not eerie enough, there's an interview where Harley himself admits he knows plenty about mind-altering substances because his military work gave him the freedom to experiment with them without worrying about legal consequences. It's like a dark puzzle finally showing its edges, and people are starting to see the full picture.
My PhD on exercise physiology and nutrition, got recruited by the military to help run essentially the superhuman lab, this laboratory called the Defense and Civil Institute of Environmental Medicine. And the area that I was interested in was how drugs in food affect muscular performance. And
when you say drugs, are that like performance-enhancing drugs? Or are they
all kinds of drugs.
Right, okay.
So working for the military, I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was, so I could look at the impact of certain drugs that are not everyday things.
But here's where it gets even darker. There's another chilling link between Kanye, Harley Pasternak, and yet another celebrity who died under extremely suspicious circumstances.
That way, if they did attempt to kill me or kill me like they killed Michael Jackson or JFK, then, or Aaron, what is the guy's name? Aaron Carter, the guy who wanted to talk to me about the Harley Pasternak situation. If they did do that, they would say, oh, it's Ye's mental health.
Aaron Carter. On November 5th, 2022, Aaron was found dead, drowned in his own bathtub, officially ruled an accident caused by substances he'd taken. But get this, just one day before his death, Aaron tweeted directly at Kanye, "Yo Kanye, let's talk man to man. That's not just random. That's a breadcrumb that can't be ignored." And then, after Aaron's passing, Kanye himself claimed in an interview that Aaron was taken out because he wanted to speak to him about Harley Pasternak. Let that sink in. A man openly threatening Kanye in texts, another star reaching out about the same man, and then dying before they could talk. What does that tell you about what really goes on behind closed doors? That's the part that terrifies people, and it's exactly why the clone theory starts sounding less like a meme and more like a desperate attempt to explain what's happening. Put it all together: the lithium, the weird public appearances, the body double whispers, the mysterious deaths, the handler drama. It's starting to feel less like random coincidences and more like a cold, calculated pattern playing out in real time.
Part of Universal Studios, 20th Century Fox, ABC News, CBS News, Columbia Pictures, Warner Brothers, ESPN Sports, Fox News, Washington Post, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MTV Music Television, Nickelodeon, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, Comedy Central, NBC Entertainment, Google, what else do we have? Disney, ABC Kids and Family, YouTube, Los Angeles Times, Discovery Network, Paramount Pictures, Facebook, Huffington Post, Yahoo, Marvel, Hulu, Cosmopolitan, Time, Touchstone, Associated Press, Pixar, Miramax, HBO, New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the thing is, I skipped over maybe about 5 of them because it was just unclear on this list. The red are the executives that are Jewish.
It's no secret that Hollywood has gatekeepers, people whose entire job is to keep stars under control and make sure they don't say the wrong thing. There's an unspoken rule in the industry. You can speak on almost anything, but you never, ever expose how the machine really runs or who allegedly holds the true power behind the curtain. That's the one line you don't cross. And Kanye stepped right into it. Now, those viral clips of homeless Kanye are reigniting the clone chatter online. People are asking, what exactly happened during those 2 missing weeks in December 2022? Why did his appearance and behavior change so sharply? And where on earth did his new wife even come from? Just before disappearing, Kanye was publicly begging Kim Kardashian to take him back. Then 2 weeks later, he's suddenly married to a woman no one's ever seen before. That's a plot twist straight out of a thriller. Sure, the clone theory sounds wild on the surface, but think about it. Hollywood has always used body doubles for stunts, for paparazzi misdirection, for controlled appearances. If they're willing to do that openly, what else might be going on behind the scenes? The questions keep piling up, and nobody's offering real answers. If someone really wanted to swap Kanye out with a lookalike, it wouldn't even be far-fetched at this point. The bigger picture is that this isn't just about Kanye. Hollywood has a long history of clamping down on anyone who dares get too loud. You're not supposed to expose how the money really flows, who pulls the strings, or the deep ties linking big studios, record labels, and media outlets. That's the real taboo no one talks about. And Kanye waded straight into it. So when Kanye starts speaking out, the weirdness starts rolling in. Whether you believe in clones or not, the mix of heavy meds, carefully crafted public manipulation, and the possibility of a body double makes the idea of controlling or even poisoning a star feel disturbingly believable to people who've been watching this unfold, and the pattern is sitting right there in plain sight for anyone who wants to see it. So now, I want to hear from you. If this is happening to Kanye, what else is happening behind closed doors in Hollywood that we'll never know about? Is the Kanye we're seeing on TV, social media, and in music videos really him or someone else entirely? And what do you think really went down during those 2 mysterious weeks when he vanished? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.